Welcome back to New Zero Land. In this episode, I'm going to install a new dash on the Zero. Okay, remember the last time I ordered parts and the dash was missing? Well, it finally came. I emailed AF1 Racing, they called up Zero, and Zero had one shipped out the next day. And a few weeks later, here it is in New Zealand. So excited. You see, these things aren't totally waterproof, so if you park the bike outside in the rain all day, as Jen does when she rides to work, sometimes the Zero gets so wet, things stop working. And comparing the new one versus the old one, yep, pretty gross. So here are the tools you'll need. We've got a ratchet with a torque socket to take off the seat, some zip tie snippers, 2 Allen keys of 5mm and a 3mm, Phillips screwdrivers of various sizes, and a 10mm socket to take the dash off once you've taken the whole rest of the bike apart to get to it. So like I said, you have to take off the seat. 2 bolts on each side. I know this is on the complete opposite side of the bike, but like I said, everything has to come apart. Then the tank has to come off, because the dash plugs into a connector that's located underneath it. It may look like a lot of work, but it's not too crazy. I've lost count of how many times I've taken the tank off. I'd leave it completely off if there weren't a bunch of other non-waterproof things under here. You'll need the screwdrivers to loosen the front of the tank plastics. Anyway, once it's off, just look for the biggest connector you can find. That goes to the dash. There's a zip tie you have to cut. Actually, add zip ties to the list of things you'll need for this job, because we'll be cutting a lot more. Next up, there used to be a clip here holding the connectors together, but I broke it, so don't do that. Then they should just pull apart. Just shove that thing out of there, and now the dash is ready to take off. Not really. The dash is bolted to these headlight surround pieces, which means the headlight has to come out. So undo these bolts on each side. It's a 3mm Allen on top and a 5mm on the bottom. And then the headlight just slides off like a Terminator face. Then grab your 10mm socket and unbolt the 2 nuts holding the dash on. And try not to lose the washers. Next, you'll have to snake the dash cable through the frame, out of the frame, back up into the frame, out of the frame again. There's another zip tie to cut. Once that's free, you can snake the connector through. Then another zip tie. Oh, and another one after that. By now your zip tie graveyard should look like this. Then it's just a matter of getting the cable up through the headlight spaghetti. One more zip tie. And it's out. Now just pull the old dash off. It was really easy and it only took about 3 minutes according to YouTube. As you can see, it's seen better days. Some brake fluid got on it, there's some scratches from whatever, and the button stopped working like over a year ago, so we could never adjust the clock or find out which error codes it was spitting out. Also, the screws on the back are rusting apart. So it's definitely time to swap on a new one. So excited. Installation is the same as everything you just watched in reverse. Bolt the dash back on, snake the connector back through the spaghetti. Then you can add a few zip ties if you want to clean up the mess. As much as the mess can be cleaned up. Slide the headlight back in top first, bolt that back on, and it's as good as new. Then you have to get that connector back through the plastics, through the frame, over to the other side, get the connector back inside the frame, and then you can plug it in. Like nothing ever happened. The dash cable fits under this lip in the frame, and you can add a zip tie here to hold it back where it was. Now your dash works again. At least until the next time you ride in the rain. But now for the best part, the moment I know you've been waiting for. I don't know why that's so satisfying, but I'm gonna do it again. Yep, totally worth the price of a new one just for that. Then all that's left to do is put the bike back together and go for a ride on a unicycle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.